Hello and welcome back to the third and final installment of our first ever VA road trip series. My name's Corey Alpego and I'm going to be taking you along for the final part of our journey where I drive to and from the VA and talk a lot about the Alpha Initiative and Alpha Grooming Company. So sit back, grab a drink, and enjoy. Oh, and if you want to know why my hair is up in a man bun, make sure you check out VA Roadtrip number 2. That's going to be uploaded here shortly. Oh, fucking back. Swapped lenses for a different perspective. Change it up a bit, shock the senses, experiment, see what works. That's what life's about, right? Man, it is hot as fuck in my car. God damn it, camera, focus. I'm sorry my beard is dark and you don't want to focus on it. Focus. God damn it. Alright. Canon camera, focus on the steering wheel so that way you can see me in my dark t-shirt and my dark beard and my dark sunglasses. I'm sorry you have issues. Don't worry, I won't judge you. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the oils that I have. Well, I should say oil because what we're going to do is we have one proprietary blend of beard oil. So it's a pretty well balanced oil and it encompasses a lot of different things. It's not just like 3 or 4 ingredients, which I'm not going to say is a bad thing to do as long as it's well balanced. So what I do is I have a proprietary blend of 9 different oils. Some of you already know what those are. I think there's some posts in the Facebook group about those. And what it is I tried to make it as balanced as possible in its chemical composition, so that way it doesn't dry you out, it doesn't overhydrate you, and it doesn't leave you an oily hot mess. So that's why there's 9 different oils. And then the proprietary blend is also incorporated in, or will be incorporated in, the butters and balms. And this is just for the beard stuff. Now when it comes to, you know, the shaving stuff that I want, excuse me, the shaving stuff that I want to have, there's going to be some changes, and of course you guys will know any little change that I make to the blend, but it'll have a lot of similarities. So well balanced, not drying, but not you know, overly hydrating you and stuff like that. So keep an eye out on that. I was only going to offer specific scents for specific products. So the beards will only have this stuff, shaving will only have this stuff. No, fuck that. We're going to offer every scent that I have across every product. Now, as far as availability, when it comes to the beard oil and the balms and stuff, my goal, and it's totally 100% achievable right now, for the oils, when you order a beard oil, it is 100% made to order for you every single time. Is my shit overexposed? It is! There. Let's try that. The beard oil will be made to order 100% of the time, every time. So I can do that. I've noticed, and what I seem to see as a trend is a lot of the stuff is very large bulk order or bulk made, and then it sits on a shelf, and that's so they can fill orders faster. But I came up with a process that I can fill orders just as quickly as they can. Pretty easy. So I'm going to develop this a little bit more, test it out, and if I can't start fulfilling orders by myself, yes, I gotta hire employees and more stuff to help me do it then, right? So the goal is to always fill a beard oil to order. It'll never sit on a shelf, it'll never sit in a warehouse, it'll always be made to order for you. So I thought that's something unique, and I figure everyone can benefit from. You know, it's gonna be fresh, you know, it's gonna be made for you, and good stuff, right? Let me just check on my list right here. All right, so bombs and butters now. I want to kind of dive into this and kind of tell you what the difference is with mine, and then kind of tell you the difference in my mind of bombs and butters and what their uses are for. So they're the same but different, if that makes sense. So you have, look at it this way. I'll describe all three. Oils are for your skin but help your beard. And then you have, traffic is an absolute shit show right now. Oils are for your skin but help your beard at the same time. And then butters and balms are for your beard but they help your skin. I hope that kind of makes sense. It's something that they kind of piggyback on each other, so that way you're kind of well-rounded on your skin. Because at the end of the day, the most important part is taking care of the skin, because you can't grow a good beard unless you have great skin underneath it. So just my 2 cents. Someone might differ from that. It really just depends. Oh, warp speed! Gotta fucking cut over. Oh. So, bombs and butters. So they're the same but different. You asshole slamming on your brake. God damn it! Ruining my video. Alright. So, bombs and butters for the third time. They're the same but different. They're gonna have roughly the same ingredients but in a different composition, because you don't want the hold to be too overbearing, in a sense that you create this waxy hot mess inside your face for a balm just to get some hold. Then you kind of lose out on the beneficial properties, the hydrating aspect of it and stuff like that. Then also you don't get a product that's pliable, that you can readily just dig into and use right away and get some benefit out of it. Then you gotta heat it up, and then you gotta stir it, and then you gotta let it sit, and yada yada. I've heard some horror stories from people, so I'm trying to avoid that. So let's start with butters. So butters, in my mind, it should provide a light hold, or maybe medium, depending on what the mixture turns out. But it's not really so much intended for hold. Hold is an after effect of the butter. The butter is mainly for a larger beard like mine, someone who may groom a lot, who doesn't need to control a lot of flyaways, who prefers to groom more than to control with a product. So it's just mainly meant to hydrate. So you get this product, and it's very emollient, it's very soft, and it melts, I wouldn't say immediately, but it melts faster upon contact with your skin. So it melts, you rub it in, it's a little, I just dropped my fucking remote into the abyss. Oh, son of a bitch. Some of you may know the struggle of the abyss. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm stuck here. I don't know what to do. I lost my remote. I can't stop this. T-Bizzle! Taco Bell, you're my only friend. What kind of those $5 boxes? Which ones do you have? Is it just the quesarito?
And I have the craving steel and the double chili kebab.
What's the cravings deal? Oh, the cravings deal. Yeah, can I get the cravings deal, please?
Alright, order be right out.
Appreciate it, thank you.
You're welcome.
But I usually don't eat the nachos from Taco Bell. Does anybody ever eat the nachos from their their little box deals or whatever? All right, I think I last left off with butters and bombs. They're different but the same. So basically, the content inside of the mixture is going to be similar. There's going to be some variations. The main difference is how it gets its hold, which is beeswax. You know, pretty clear cut and simple. But the bomb is, with the other ingredients, formulated a little different, and I'm perfecting it, so I don't want to really dive too much into it and tell you all the ins and outs until I have it perfected, and then I'll let you guys know in on it. But that's the main difference between bombs and butters. One provides hold and still provides hydrating factor. That's for people who mainly don't want to groom as much as someone who wants a more tapered, more clean-cut beard, probably a more modern beard and less lumberjacky. And that gives them the control of the flyaways and the sides and the sculpting that they desire. Butters are probably for people who groom a lot more, who don't need as much control, but would still benefit from the hydrating factors that a butter does have. And like I said, an oil is for your skin but helps your beard, but then a butter and a balm is for your beard but helps your skin, if that makes any sense. So they kind of all piggyback, like I said, off of one each other, and really kind of mesh and mold and make the whole experience a lot better and a lot more beneficial. The thing is these butters, some of them aren't stable alone by themselves. You need to add other butters that have a higher threshold of heat to be able to make them and get them to a level to where they don't melt, either through indirect exposure, which is the big culprit, or direct exposure. So, you know, without getting into the science of it, basically heat is the problem. And when you ship stuff, it's hard to keep stuff cool unless you pay a shit ton of money to have it shipped inside a refrigerated system. So, and right now we're not at a point in time to be able to do that. And even so, that's mainly for like retail. I don't know very many UPS trucks and USPS trucks and FedEx trucks and all those types of people outside of the local environment that can provide refrigerated shipping. So that's a problem. And right now I have to dive into buying actual refrigerants to cool it down and make it a shippable product. Otherwise, it's going to arrive, like I had mentioned before, at your place, and it's going to be a soupy mess. So we need to avoid that, plain and simple. So, and to do that, you need insulation, you need temperature control, and you need probably faster shipping. But I'm trying to get the chemical composition under control to try to avoid one of those, which is more expensive, faster shipping. Because if it's one thing I won't do, is I won't put out an inferior product that has tons of chemicals in it. So, future goals. So unless you have plans to really, progress, you're going to get stagnant. And there's a term, one of these YouTube channels I watch, the guy says innovate or die, and that kind of stuck with me. You got to constantly keep perfecting your craft and innovating. It's like what I hit on earlier. Professionals train till they get it wrong, amateurs train till they get it right, or vice versa. I think I said it the other way. But basically is I want to keep innovating, I want to keep making stuff, and I want to keep creating and putting out content, so that way we keep evolving in it, and it forces this evolution, and it just breathes creativity and innovation, and I can go on and on. But basically, we got some future plans. And without giving too much away, we got some big goals prior to launch. We got to get stuff stabilized so we can ship. We got to get the whole branding thing done, get the logos finalized, get labeling done. You know, those are a lot of big goals that I got to finish up and crush. But we have some other ones, some secret ones that I'm not going to tell you right away. But it's big. And although I'd like to do it for everybody, I just can't. So keep that in the back of your noggin for later. What I would like to do is I would like to get into some new different areas and grooming products and stuff like that. After the balms and the butters, I'm gonna be releasing pre-shave oil and maybe like a shave balm or like a shave paste or something like that. Still kind of working on the formula. I have my wife testing out one version. She says she likes it. It's very hydrating. It doesn't leave her sticky and stuff after when she shaved. She said that it was amazing. So not just as like a shaving product, but also as something just to make her skin softer. So good stuff on that, right? So more to come on that. That is the next thing after I perfect the balms and the butters. After that, my car is making a funny noise. That's why it seemed like I had a brain fart. After that, we're going to be getting into hopefully some tools. So I want to eventually get into combs and brushes and stuff like that. Shit, I even want to get straight razors and stuff like that, like the old school ones, so you can kind of trim up your neckline without having to, you know, buy this cartridge and do all this weird shit. You can just go and line yourself up fairly easily. That's a goal of mine. Is it an immediate goal? Hell no. I got so much other stuff to focus on. But eventually we would like to get into those things and put stuff out that's, you know, quality stuff that you may have to spend a penny for, but you're going to get a quality yet affordable product. So I know nothing about doing that. I kind of have an idea of what I want. So more to follow on that. The biggest thing I want to get into is soap, and I cannot begin to emphasize how crazy soap can be to make. Cold process, hot process, half and half, fucking, oh my god, like there's just so much stuff you can do. I've been reading books and reading stuff online for months now, and it's crazy just the chemistry behind it. What superfatting is, what Castile soap, Bastille soap, all these different terms and stuff. It's a complete 180 from what I'm doing. But what's cool is the majority of the stuff that I have on hand can go into soaping. So there will be soap, I guarantee it, because you can't wash your beard with just shampoo and conditioner or your regular average bar soap. It should be conditioned. It should be conditioning and soft and emollient and give you the hydration that you need. What a lot of these common bars of soap do is they dry out your skin and they clean you, but they don't condition your skin. And that's what I need to develop, is a bar that can go ahead and not only clean your body or clean your beard, but can also provide you that hydration that you're going to need. And you do that by super fatting. So I'm going to make a shave soap. So you know those little dishes that they make and they have the soap in it and you twirl it and put it everywhere? Yep, I'm going to be making that. Really, like, sky's the limit when it comes to soap. So a lot of experimentation has to happen, and then a lot of testing, and all that's going to take time and resources, and that's stuff I just kind of can't do right now. So my main focus is getting you guys stuff that you can use that's going to bring you some added quality of life to your beard and to any other grooming routine that you may have immediately, that I can afford doing and that you guys can afford having without having to break the bank on either of our ends. And then once we start to progress, we can go ahead and start getting into these more complex things. But that's something that I really want to do because A, it's interesting as fuck. B, there's this total science and chemistry behind it. And C, I just think that I'd be good at it, so I'm going to do it. I've never really done it before, so I'm going to test it out on myself first, of course. So that way, if I grow an arm out of my forehead, you guys know not to buy my shit or to try it for yourself or whatever. So it's all about perfecting and mastering your craft, and I want to master that craft before I even expose you guys to that. But that's something down the road. There is so much I want to tell you guys, but I just can't right now because it's not the right time. There's stuff I have in the works that only maybe 1 or 2 people really know about, and you know who you are, and just keep your mouth shut. That's why I trust you, and that's why I told you about it. So just I don't know, like this, subscribe it, share it, talk about it. That's the biggest thing that you can do, is talk about it and question it. And sorry, reversing, I just pulled up to my house. And really just, ew, there's a beetle. And really just engage with me. If you engage with me, it makes me think about my stuff more. It makes me give that attention to detail and really take the care and time that everything really needs. And then that helps you guys and that benefits you guys. All right, so just pulled up in front of my house. We talked about a bunch of stuff. Gonna have to chop this down and edit it and make it fun and creative and silly. So a lot to look forward to, a lot on my plate. I just ask that you guys be patient, which you guys have, and engage with me. Engaging with me gives me the time and forces me to give it the attention to detail that it needs, like I previously said. If you haven't done so, send me your initial feedback. I got a laundry list of people who haven't done anything, and that not only doesn't help me, but it doesn't help your peers either, who the people who are also testing this, who are providing this really nice subjective and objective feedback, which is going to drive the how creative and how much of an experience you get from these products and stuff like that. So, and it's always going to remain free. So I'm never going to charge you guys to try these products and to give me feedback. I just would like some feedback, please. I would very much appreciate that. So I'm going to cut off right here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, whatever you need to do to help drive this forward. Again, my name is Corey Alpego, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me rant and rave about some of my personal goals. If you don't mind sharing some of your goals, you can share them below, side, left, up and down, wherever you're going to comment and leave feedback and do whatever. Engage. That's what this community, which is essentially what I want to build, is all about, is helping one another and talking about your goals and how you're going to achieve them. So, first HD video, more to come. Stay tuned. Be alpha, guys.